Hi there. Good afternoon. My name is Jose Maldonado. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Estrada. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for asking.
All right. Due to all our interviews being online, we're asking that our applicants demonstrate that they are really in formal attire. Would you mind standing up for a moment?
Not at all. Be a pleasure. Let me see if I can get on top of this.
Thank you for
Sorry
your
about that.
cooperation.
A little bit shorter.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, my name is Jose. I'm from Venezuela originally. I moved here into the United States when I was 5 years old. I'm currently an undergraduate student at University of Central Florida, where I'm studying pre-health um, in the health sciences degree. My degree is health sciences preclinical. I aim to go into medical school. I'm interested in joining surgery, and I would love to be part of your program.
All right, very interesting. Getting straight into our questions then. What drew you to this career?
What first drew me into medicine is actually quite interesting. Originally, I actually had no intents of being in medicine at all. My whole life, I actually wanted to be an engineer. From the time I can remember back in preschool, I was making little like future career dream jobs of being either civil or a aerospace engineer, all the way up through my junior year of high school, where I took physics calculus and realized that just wasn't for me. So during that summer, I was a little bit lost because that's when I was supposed to start applying for medical school, and not for medical school, for college, and I didn't know what I wanted to do anymore. I was kind of nervous. So my mom, seeing that I was lost, she was a nurse, and she actually allowed me to shadow a couple of doctors. But when I got to shadow a cardiothoracic surgeon, see an open heart surgery, that's what really drew me into the medical field and what really recaptured my passion and my inspiration for this field. And ever since then, I've been hell bent on just becoming the best doctor I can be.
All right. So with so many choices available, why did you choose to apply to our program?
Well, George Washington University is well renowned for its prestigious medical and surgical programs. I am looking forward to really just working with you guys. I know you guys have a program called iScopes, which really helps bring other health fields together, which is really important to me personally because I am actually in a pre-health fraternity where one of our main goals is actually uniting the health fields. And I feel like one of the biggest things that a lot of people don't see is that the health fields all interconnect, and the only way that we can advance them is together. And there's no way only doctors can advance medicine, no way only nurses can advance medicine. It's through this interconnectivity that we can really, you know, move forward in the health field and advance, the medicine as a whole. And I know that your college, that your medical school, really values, advancing the education and the field as a whole, and through collaboration, of course, and also promoting excellence through this just teaching the best and advocating for health and for intercommunication and collaboration between different health fields. And also your surgical program is just top notch. I'm really looking forward to working in your guys' hospital.
All right. What would you consider your greatest weakness?
My biggest weakness would have to be my ambition. I would say it's my ambition. I tend to be overly ambitious with my goals. Some people, just say shoot for the stars, but I always shoot for beyond them. I shoot for the end of the universe. And the problem with that is sometimes it gets the better of me. You take off a bite that's bigger than you can chew, and it can really overwhelm a person when you go for everything.
All right. So why should we select you for our program?
Well, the reason I believe I'd be a good candidate is because I really believe in the embodiment of just collaborating between health fields, and I'm more driven than anybody else you'll ever find for this career. While I might not be the biggest straight A student, I I'm always dedicated to driving towards my goals no matter what. I've never been the best, but I've always strived to be the best. And that's really what my biggest characteristic and the biggest thing I can bring to this program is someone who will give it their all no matter what, never give up and never quit. Because like I said, I'm ambitious, and even when my ambition knocks me down, I get right back up and keep on fighting, and I will not fail to come out on top. Even if it's not a top place, I still will win and still will be one of the best students to come out of that school.
So, what else can you tell me about what you do outside of work or school in your spare time?
In my personal time, there's not really much of it due to how much I work. I work 40-hour work weeks and I am a full-time student, so I don't have much of a personal life. But when I do have time on my hands, I like to spend it with my friends and my girlfriend. One thing we're really fond of is trying new places. Me and my roommate, we love food and we love trying new foods. So we have a list of all the small local places around Orlando that we find, and we like to go out on, when we have a little bit of free time and go out for dinner together, catch up, and just try new and exciting things. I'm very passionate about trying new foods. I really like food. Another thing that I do in my personal time is I'm part of a pre-health fraternity, as I mentioned earlier. I'm their national liaison. So what that means is I'm responsible for coordinating our chapter with the national chapter and making sure we are following those guidelines. I educated our chapter on the national standards, and since our fraternity is a corporation, I help maintain the corporate aspect and make sure all those guidelines are followed within our daily operations. Through there, I've been able to develop myself professionally a lot. I've been able to meet with a whole bunch of other people from many different health fields, help them advance their personal, professional, and academic careers. They helped me do the same. Uh, I've worked on several workshops to help improve myself as an individual. I've done a lot of volunteering through them. We work with two philanthropies on a national scale that we help to just raise funds, bring awareness to issues. Those being Camp Dragonfly and the American Heart Association. One of the big things we do is Relay for Life. You probably are familiar with that. But really, the great thing about that is just the network that I've gotten to build, both personal and professional. I know so many people that are in med school, doctors. I know nurses. I know people that are training to be nurses, PTs, veterinarians, dentists, you name it, everything. And so, really, it's helped me open my mind as to all the possibilities out there. And after seeing this whole grand scope of health, I've learned that this is really what I want to do. And so, um, yeah, my time at fraternity has definitely helped me grow as an individual, but it's also cemented me in my ways and cemented my thinking that this is definitely what I do. I 100% want to be a doctor, and I will do everything I can to get into medical school.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years, and how do you intend to achieve this?
In 5 years, I see myself graduating from your medical school with an MD and starting my residency at hopefully one of your hospitals. Hopefully, I'll match right out of medical school, fingers crossed. The way I intend to achieve this is through a lot of time, dedication, and personal work. One of the biggest factors I see in achieving this goal is time management and work-life balance. So, as a student in medical school, I'm not going to have a lot of time for a lot of things, but I am going to still have to work to, maintain myself and all that. So it's all going to be about finding that balance between, working on my studies and working for myself. I will probably have to take several $100,000 in loans for this, and at the same time, I will be working probably a part-time night job to achieve this. Um, but yeah, the way I see myself achieving is just through hard work, time management, and lots of dedication and heart.
And how do you consider your work successful?
So up to this point, I feel that my work has been successful in that I have furthered myself and my knowledge into the field that I desire to be in. While I might not have the most beautiful academic record, I still believe that I gave it my best shot. Even when there were some rough times, I surpassed several challenges that came my way, supporting myself financially, balancing work and school, and still trying to be part, have a social life as well. In my time here at the University of Central Florida, I've pledged two fraternities, one social, one professional. I've been a member of the student government. I've been a member of my fraternity and an executive board member of my fraternity. I have joined the Society for Hispanic Engineers at a certain time. I've also worked with the Colombian Student Americans organization, and just all that. I like to be involved outside of school, and so that has taken me away from just dedicating solely to study. But that, I feel like at the end of the day, it made me a more well-rounded individual. And while I might not have gotten straight A's, I still did decently on everything, and still came out on top enough to be able to apply to an institution as yours. And as you can see in my MCAT scores, it's not that I don't know the material. It's just I I sometimes perform better in some situations than others. But I'm definitely committed and definitely smart enough to be where I am today to flourish in your program.
All right. And do you have any other questions for me?
Is there any particular qualities you look within a candidate? Is there anything that would set a candidate aside out from another one more than other things?
Insert interview response here. Is there anything else you would like to ask?
No, I believe that is it for me personally. Thank you. You've answered all my questions that I had.
All right, and we will be in touch soon.
Thank you very much. You have a wonderful evening, and thank you so much for taking your time to interview me.
Thank you, of course. Have a nice moment.
Pleasure. Hope to hear from you soon. Bye. Alrighty, so that was my interview. The questions that I added on top were, where do you see yourself in 5 years, and how do you intend to achieve this? And how do you consider your works as successful? My interviewer was obviously not able to answer the question that I proposed to him, so he responded with insert interview response here as a generic placeholder that would have substituted my answer for my question. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm in full professional attire, and I apologize for the echoiness. My house is quite large. This is the only room I had a neutral wall in, and so yeah, there's a little bit of echo, but I hope you can hear my audio all right. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good one.